Everybody in the metaverse. This is your boy Blue. I'm here at Meta News, where you get news from. Hey, check it out. I'm out here today just trying to find something that's better than this. And I haven't found it. And guess what? Here he is, Mr. Universal Dragon. Hey, Mr. Universal Dragon, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. We've been hearing about you. We want to know a little bit more.
All right. Well, I am Universe Dragon. I've been in here a little bit over a year in Horizon Worlds, and I make music and other things like that. I also build worlds. I'm also part of Meta News. I do a little bit of everything within this space. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I live in Oklahoma, and again, I've been in here for a little bit over a year, so I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Every bit of
it. Tell me, how far back do you go in music?
When it comes to music, I've always loved music. I've been in, I was in choir when I was in school. I was also in choir when I was in church. So I sang in church choir and things like this. We actually traveled with a choir where we would sing on different stages and other things like this at different churches and different events when I was young.
You good?
Sorry, guys.
You good?
Y'all see me?
You right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you went into choir night.
Gotcha. I lost tracking.
A little halfway.
I'll start a little bit back.
You was in the choir.
So I was in church choir. And we traveled around a lot, going to a lot of different places. Singing on different stages and for different events. So I really would say music's been in my life, like pretty much all of it. I didn't really pursue music like for myself until I got a lot older. And really as I kind of, I'd say late teens, maybe early 20s is when I really was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and start, kind of doing a little bit more music. I want to, I wanted to sing. I've always sang, but I also wanted to rap. So that was another thing. And I was like, so I'm going to, and first I told myself I had to do one or the other. But then I was like, okay, let me go ahead and I want to do both. I want to combine these two. I love singing. I love rapping. Let me bring them together.
Awesome. That's a musical genre that's going to really make it out here because you have, as Drake can sing and rap, he's a great lyricist and he can carry a tone. So that's kind of like the new spill on the music scene. You know what I mean? So let me know what brings you to Horizons. What made you come to the Horizons with your platform?
So, well, when I first come to Horizon, it wasn't really to do anything. I mean, I didn't even know fully the social aspect of it. All I know is I got this headset to play some Beat Saber, got on, started playing a little Beat Saber, had some fun. And then, I naturally kind of looked on there for free apps. Once I realized there were free apps I can just get and didn't have to pay for. So I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and get some of these free apps. This just happened to be one of the free apps I got on one of my days where I was just going through downloading the free apps. And then when I downloaded it, I didn't go to it right away. I went to a few other apps, even VR chat and other things like this. But then I finally come over here to Horizon Worlds and then, start hanging out and, in the plaza, just chilling, hanging out with people and kind of getting to know a few people. And then one day someone told me that there was more to this thing. And that's how I started venturing out first to the comedy club. And then later on, I started hearing, because I used to sing and rap at the comedy club. And then I heard about the Stew. And that's where I was like, oh, started running into more people interested in music. And that's kind of where it kind of started to flourish from, is there.
Awesome. Hey, I know that you said that you used to sing in church. So I'm quite sure that structure gave you, I guess, more discipline when it comes to your music. So when you started to grow in your craft, what kept your motivation?
Well, I mean, I will say that there were times where I did almost give up. I mean, and to that extent where I feel like it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. You know, and I'm like, who's actually listening to me? You know what I mean? Like if I'm putting out music, I'm putting all this work into this, like perfecting this craft and other things like that. You know, and I felt like maybe no one's listening, you know, like, and, you know, I wasn't getting, I guess, the feedback that I was looking for. You know, but what motivated me really is that dream, that goal. You know, like the thing is, for me, I set a goal out, like, okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm not going to stop until I get to X, Y, and Z. And that's regardless to what failures, what, you know, how bad it is. I can get, you know, dragged through the mud with what I put out. You know, my objective is to keep pushing that needle forward, keep pushing and making, you know, better on my production, better on the instrumentals I use, better on my writing skills and everything like this. Cause I'm an independent artist. I do predominantly everything myself. You know, but you know, so you know, making sure that I can learn how to do it the right way to make sure it's still delivering the way I need it to deliver. Even though I don't have some giant professional studio behind the thing that I'm pushing, to ensure that, you know, people who don't have much can understand that you don't need a lot to actually push this forward and to push your music out. You just got to have that ambition, that drive. As long as you have that drive, everything that you need is there for you. And it's not, you know, it's not an expensive route. It's about, you know, finding ways to get the things that you need to do the thing that you want to do. And, you know, I would tell everyone that, but my motivation really came from where I wanted to see my music go.
Awesome. Awesome. Now you got a new music video. I want you to tell us about that. And I also, at the end of the show, would like to hear you sing, because a few minutes ago when we were in the studio, to be honest with you, ever since I took the position as music and entertainment liaison, I did not know that you were, you know, so voiced in singing. So that was a surprise to me in there just now. So it's going to be a treat for me to hear you this evening.
I
so
appreciate
yeah.
I appreciate that, Blue.
So tell me a little bit about your music video, Tired.
So the new music video I just dropped, and that's on all platforms, is called Tired, by Universe, spelled just like it is above my head. There's a $ instead of an S. There is no dragon, just Universe.
Okay.
And you know, so anybody can check that out. But this song, the whole objective of this song was kind of relaying, you know, capability, but you know, a person's capability. What can you do? You know, like and how people try to put you down. But the ideal is that, you know, to push past it, to look past it. So when I say, you know, I'm tired, it's tired, like sick and tired. Like I'm sick and tired of all the people, you know, putting people down, or always trying to bring hate instead of love and care, or just staying quiet. So that's what it really comes down to. It's like, instead of bringing the hate, you can stay quiet, or you can bring me the love. You know, so why? You know, I don't, you know, for people who want to just go around and just be trolls and hate people and always give the negative, you know, like that's something that can be kept to themselves. Like no one needs the negativity. You know what I mean? Like if it's constructive criticism, that's one thing, but just to hate it. And there's a lot of people who do that. And that's what that song's geared towards. It's like, you know, if you bring the hate my direction, you'll end up fearing me for the, you know, the repercussions that come behind bringing hate versus love, care, or staying quiet. So that's really what the song's about.
Cool. That's a meta period for real. Hey, listen, I want to ask you something. What would be your advice to somebody who wants to break into the music industry in the real world and also in the metaverse?
So what I want to say to anybody who is wanting to bring their music into this space, or is just trying to do music in general, you know, in whatever space you're in, don't give up on that. All you need at the core of it is a decent laptop. And you can get that from a pawn shop, you know, just to tell you how I started. Laptop, and, you know, finding a way to get at least a program that I can make some type of sounds on, you know, and something that would record my voice and I can make some type of instrumentals on. That's really the core of what you need. There's a lot of free programs that'll let you get some practice in, to really, you know, hone in and build on your craft. When it comes to the metaverse, there is a lot of, you know, the music community in here, I feel like, is growing. So there's a lot of different studios that you can go to. There's American Got right. There's the Meta's Got Talent, or Horizon Got Talent, and other things like this. So there's a lot of different, places that you can really display your talent within this space. So I definitely recommend coming in here. So, instead of having to travel all over the place, because a lot of times we're in these places, these towns, these cities that we feel, and we're basing how good we are off of this small little crowd in front of us. By getting in a place like this, you get your voice out in front of a whole lot more people. So with that being said, by getting your voice out in front of a whole lot more people, you can definitely make a bigger impact, and it can have a larger impact on what you're, on who you reach. So definitely, if you get the chance, come in here, because I feel like you'd be able to get it out to a whole lot more people. But overall, don't let anything stop you from your music.
That's some hell of advice, man. And I wish you the best in all your endeavors. And I just want to get you up on that stage, man. And I want you to go ahead and give us what you got, bro, because I know it's going to be delightful. What's happening, everybody? That was a great interview with Universe Dragon. Hey, look, he has a new song called Tired, and it's also a music video. And I want you guys to get ready to check it out, because it's absolutely awesome to be here in the metaverse. Hey, Meta News, where you get news from.
Hey, go up.
You're like my gravity, pulling me closer. You're the force that holds me down. You're like my gravity, keeping me stable in this place of broken ground. Without you, I would float off this planet. You keep my love heavy like marble or granite. I let these others worry, I know they can't stand it. You got all my love, took my heart like a bandit. What did I hand into a queen like you? Try to find who's got the pieces, but you are the glue. If you're everything, imagine you're a dream come true. Always got a good answer when I need a clue. It's everything we build, no one can undo. Can undo, baby. No, 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 no. You're like my gravity, pulling me closer. You're the force that holds me down. You're like my gravity, keeping me stable in this place of broken ground. Without it, our love could last for ages. There's so much deeper than what I put on these pages. You'll try to give it all, but leave some in the cages. The level of attraction is so outrageous. Your look is so dangerous, or maybe it's not. There's a reason why you are here in this spot. It may seem like it's little, but it's meaning a lot. If it's what you truly want, I'll give it all that I got. Yeah, 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 yeah. All that I got. Oh, 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 oh. You're like a magnet and I'm the metal, and softer than any rose petal. The only flower in the whole metal. The level when it's all unstable. You're like my gravity, pulling me closer. You're the force that holds me down. You're like my gravity, keeping me stable in this place of broken ground. You're like my gravity, pulling me closer. You're the force that holds me down. You're like my gravity, keeping me stable in this place of broken ground.